Hello world, thank you for following your intuition to meet me and yourself on your mat right here and right now. So let's take some time to find our way to the ground and come to a comfortable seated position. We're going to start with a couple rounds of breath as I take you through some yoga for beginners. So place your hands on your knees, roll your shoulders down and back a few times, linking the breath to the movement where you inhale to rise up. Then let your out breath drop the shoulders, melt any tension. We'll take 3 more like that. In breath brings you up, out breath back and around. Think about squeezing your shoulder blades together on the out breath. Follow your own rhythm of your own breath and drop it back down. And then maybe just rock the shoulders side to side, looking over one shoulder that you dip forwards and opposite. Keep that going. Just getting in touch with your body and loosening up anything. We'll place the hands by our sides. If this isn't comfortable for you, feel free to be here. Any comfortable seated position, maybe even on your knees. For me, I want my hips to open, so I'm here. Leave your right hand touching the ground and inhale your left arm up. Let it float over your head. Maybe look down to the right if you want the stretch in the neck. Take a breath here. And let the in-breath carry you back up, reaching fingertips to ceiling, and the out-breath, fingertips to floor. On your in-breath, sweep the right side up. Maybe looking over the shoulder or down at the mat. Stay for an in-breath and an out-breath. Allowing the in-breath to take you up. Keep switching that out. In-breath up. Out. Stay for the out-breath. In-breath takes you up again. And out breath, stay, grow longer, and let anything outside of your body become a reminder to just focus inwards. We'll keep it going left and right 2 more times, allowing and creating length in the side body and the shoulders and the neck. Just staying in tune with your breath. Balance it out. We'll go 1 more on the right. Exhale back through to center. Feels good. Maybe roll out the neck. 3 circles to the right. And 3 to the left. What we'll do next is facing the front of your mat, you'll have your ankles crossed and let your feet come out behind you and your hands right underneath your shoulders. And we'll just massage out the spine, anything that feels good and right. You can hang your head, you can rock your hips side to side. Really just getting in touch with your body, creating a safe space to explore the inner workings. And on your next in-breath, bring your body back to neutral. Flip your fingertips to face in, and your palms are flat on the mat. You'll rock it out side to side, getting a stretch in the under forearms. Maybe you curl your toes underneath to stretch through the feet. And then we'll start to make circles left and right, just making sure we balance on both sides. And then keeping your fingertips, your fingerprints into the mat. Roll up the heels of the hands. Start to feel the stretch through the forearms, through the fingers. Roll it back all the way. Sit back on your heels and just massage out the wrists. Know that you're doing good work on your body by staying in touch. Let's take a counter stretch where the fingertips will face in and the palms will reach up. Now this is for the front of the forearms, the wrists, little circles. Let it feel good. Try to sit right between discomfort and comfort, where you press through to your edge without causing any pain, but just noticing the sensation and breathing through it. Balance it out if you were doing circles, and then try to keep your fingernails down as you raise up the wrists. Keep the knuckles down, keep peeling up the hands. Whew. Roll it out, feel that space you're creating. Feels good and right for me. And then we'll come back to tabletop. Wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. And we'll take the right knee forwards to the elbow, squeeze your core just a bit, and then send the right foot to where your right hand is. Inhale, lift up your right hand. It's helpful to squeeze the thighs together, roll out the wrist at the top, and just take 2 breaths here. Creating length in the side body, opening up the heart to the heavens. And on an out breath, bring your arm down, stretching through the fingertips, reaching long off to the right side, down to your right foot. We'll leave the right hand down. Maybe even place your forearm on your thigh, right above the knee, and inhale your left arm up. Try to pull the hips together, roll out the wrist to the top, maybe look over your left shoulder. Take another breath in, and on the out breath, reach the left hand out to the left, fingertips spread wide, down to the mat. Both hands will support you underneath, and you'll just step that right leg back underneath the hip. Make a little circle so that we get the joints into alignment, and then we're off to the left side, where you can lift your left knee, send it to your left elbow, and then replace left foot with left hand. On the in-breath, we sweep and rise on the left side, rolling out the wrist at the top. Track those inner thighs together. Sometimes it's helpful to have a block or coming up on the fingertips to gain more length. In-breath, grow tall. Out-breath, expand out to the left, fingertips spread. You should feel that deep stretch in the bicep. Either hand to the floor, or what I like is forearm to my thigh, and inhale the opposite side up. Roll out the wrist to the top, try to keep the hips facing forward. Take a breath in, and on the out breath, reach out wide. Hands meet at the floor, and we step that left leg back. Little circles with the spine. Feels good. We'll tuck the toes together and send the knees out as wide as the mat. Sit your hips back to touch your heels and reach your fingertips forward. Allow your forehead to just melt down to the mat, and maybe rock it out side to side so you get a little bit of a massage in the front of the skull. You can either let your hands and your elbows be flat, or for activation through the shoulders, roll the shoulders down and back, but reach the fingertips forward. Maybe bring the palms up. Maybe rock the hips side to side. Anything that feels good to your body. Take time to explore. One more breath here. And stay for the out breath. Take a big breath in. And on your out breath, rock it back up to tabletop. Massage out the spine. We're going to sit back on the heels and do some shoulder stretches. I'm going to show you 2 ways to do it. So on the first one, we'll just inhale the right arm up. Bend the elbow and let the fingertips track down towards your spine. Straight down. You can use the left hand and pull the elbow in right behind your head and lift your chin up. That way you're aiding to the stretch in the shoulders. Take a breath here. And on the out breath, exhale off towards your left side. Feel that stretch through the side body. In breath takes you up. Out breath you release. Let's balance it out. We'll inhale the left arm up. I can already feel the difference. Grab a hold of your left elbow with your right hand and inhale, lift up. Exhale off to the side. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, let it go. And for this next round, we're going to make it a full body stretch. So the hands will come forwards underneath the shoulders. Back to our tabletop. You lift up your right knee and drop it to replace the right hand. This time, squeeze your thighs together, squeeze your underbelly, and inhale, circle the arms around. Grab a hold of that right elbow with your left hand, inhale up, and exhale, maybe look to the right as you pull the elbow to the left. Take a breath, keeping the hips together. In breath takes you up. Out breath, you release. The hands will meet the foot and we'll step it back. On your in breath, lift the left knee, replace it with the left hand, tracking the hips together, squeezing the low belly. Inhale, rise up, circle the arms back and around. Grab a hold of that left elbow, inhale, get tall, and on the out breath, exhale off, looking over your shoulder. In breath takes you up. Out breath opens you up. Let's circle around one more time before we switch. In breath up. Exhale to the floor. Step it back into massage out your spine. One of my favorite postures in yoga is cat-cow, because we're learning to lengthen and strengthen the spine, which holds our central nervous system, the connection from our brain to our body. So let's track our knees underneath our hips, wrists underneath our shoulders. Drop your belly, lift your chin, open up your collarbones. And on the out breath, tuck your chin in, pull your pelvis under, round your back like a scaredy cat on Halloween. Inhale to cow. Open up the throat, always speak your mind. Out breath to cat. Think about that space you're creating in between each vertebrae. In breath takes you through, and follow the rhythm of your own breath. Out breath to cat. Balance it out. We'll go one more cat-cow. And then in breath back to neutral. We'll sit back on the heels. Let the ankles cross underneath us, and the feet come out in front. Let your feet go long in front of you. Maybe use your hands behind you to prop yourself up. Roll your shoulders down and back, lifting up the chest. And we'll take it one arm at a time. We inhale, left arm up. Inhale, right arm up. And on the out breath, we exhale and reach forwards, and then float down. If you can't touch your toes, totally cool. Clasp underneath your knees. Bend your knees a bit so you get a stretch in the low back and the backs of the legs. Allow the head to be super heavy on the knees. We'll take 3 rounds of breath here. You might grab onto the ankles if it's closer and keep trying to inch your heels away, flexing your toes in towards your face. Let's for real take 3 more breaths. Inhale. Belly grows. Out breath. Feel supported. Let's do it again. Biggest breath all day. On your next in-breath, start to roll up. Shoulders down and back. We'll start to make our way to our back, so scoot your hips forward if it helps, bending the knees, and rock yourself backwards. One of my favorite parts is just holding on to my knees and rolling out side to side. I feel a really nice massage in the low back. Start to relax your head and your neck down to the ground. And this is where you can feel the most support from gravity, from Mother Earth, where we start to let go of our effort and we slip into ease. So balance it out. Make sure if you're going all the way left, you're going all the way right. Create some balance in the mind and the body. And then keeping the left knee hugged in, we'll let the right leg go nice and long. Maybe roll out the ankle at the bottom and roll out the ankle on the left at the top. Using your right arm, hold on to your left knee. Take your left arm out wide to the left and then drape your knee across the body so this left knee goes off to the right. And then bring your chin to your left shoulder for a spinal twist. Let the legs be heavy, let the mind be clear, and just breathe through this posture knowing that by getting into it, you are doing the work. So surrender for 5 more breaths, creating more length and strength in your spine and in your nervous system, allowing those messages to pass from the brain to the body with clarity. Breathe into that knowing for 3 more breaths. Let the shoulder be heavy for this last breath. And then gently start to pull your left knee into the chest. Both hands grab a hold. And then we bring the right knee to meet the left. And just witness the difference, that space you're creating on each side. Gently let the left leg go long, shake the toes side to side and roll out the right ankle. You'll grab a hold of the right knee with the left hand, pulling it across to the left side of the body as the right arm just floats down, out wide. Use your breath to help you. Where on inhale you can feel the body grow, the back body, the belly, the chest expands. And on out breath you can feel that support and allow yourself to collapse into the earth. Try to press the right shoulder down, breathe in. On the out breath, surrender. On the in breath, fill up, create space. On the out breath, feel that support. Feel how you are being held on your mat. And know that that force is always surrounding you. We'll take another big breath in. Exhale it all out. Let it feel good for this last breath. Gently hug the right knee back in through center. Let the left come to meet the right. Make those little gentle circles that feel oh so good. Left and right, a couple times. And then allow the legs to grow long and the arms to float by your sides. So for just a couple breaths, join me in this moment of witnessing the peace and the stillness that operates within you. Notice your strength and maybe make a wish for your body to remain strong and healthy. Take 2 more breaths at your own pace. Rock the head side to side, massage out the back of the skull, And then gently trace both knees into the chest. And we'll do a couple rock and rolls the length of the spine, creating more energy, creating a little massage, maybe one more, until you're up in a seat, whatever feels comfortable. And just how we started, we bring it back full circle, roll the shoulders down and back. It's a nice time to have your eyes closed. There's nothing more to effort in doing. We'll inhale and bring our arms up to the sky. Grab a cloud, pull down a wishing star, fingertips and palms meet at your heart center where it matters the most. As you are on this journey dedicated to yourself, nourishing yourself with love and movement, perhaps you can bow your chin to somebody that you can dedicate this practice to, that you can dedicate the peace that you just brought in. Can you send it out? Take a breath in, release on the out breath. I bow to you in honor. The gratitude and light in me shines and honors that which is in you. Namaste. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Leave anything in the comment section that could be useful to us in the community. I appreciate you, and for that, I thank you. Peace.